Your hair looks bad every day.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
And so the Anthem, we're back.
We're back. If you haven't given up on us yet.
So if you're just tuning in, by the way, if you are, go back and first of all, pause and go back, listen to episode 1. But if not, this is Mateo.
And this is Miguel.
That's right, and we're here for you. Today we're going to talk about some our favorite TV series.
Of all time. This was tough. This is a tough question. You give the tough questions because either they're way too vague or there's just too many things that I could.
But before we do that, we have some people to thank. Our ant starters.
We do.
We have 2 more ant starters.
We have 2.
Can you name them both though?
We have Mary Lee.
Mary Lee Trotz, our mother, our dear old mother.
Mom. If our mom can donate, anyone can. Okay.
That's right. We love her. We love you, Mom. We know you're watching right now.
I actually have to donate more because she's donated as much as me now, and
she's donating more than me because Asking Musclethorpe donated.
So you have to donate anything. What's up with that?
I'm a loser.
And Sean Gallipo.
Sean Gallipo, our boy from back in the day. Just that guy.
Right, from FYE.
If you're watching right now, we love you, dude.
You know what FYE stands for? I don't want to say it because we haven't got to that part of the podcast.
F your employees.
F your employees. The F meaning a bad word that rhymes with duck.
Well, does it mean like have sex with your employees? Like they have sex with you? That's kind of nice, right?
That's not what it meant.
Just checking. And also, I got Matt a gift this week. A free gift that I didn't tell him about.
Yeah. He's like, you brought tickets last week. I'm like, I don't.
The Lord of the Rings Lego set. Because we were talking about warriors and so I got you an Uruk-hai warrior.
Oh, that's
made of Legos.
That's great.
I was actually going to get you because I went to I got the story behind this. I went to Five Below because they have these mystery minifigures and it's like it has there's 25 different minifigures and they're in packaging, but it doesn't tell you which one it is, so you can get a different one.
Interesting.
So I was gonna get you one of those and give it to you and we can open up and see which ones we got. But they didn't have it. They ran out of them. Oh. And they've had them there every time I've gone there, but this time I went they didn't have them. So I was like, okay, well I'll see if I can find some warrior themed. Usually at the checkout, right at the checkout.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got you that.
I'm gonna be playing with this all night, guys. I might actually pull it out and fix it while we're doing this thing and just put it up right.
You can do that. I'll vamp for a little bit. Okay?
His name is Ugluk.
I've named him, and he's a backstory. so yeah,
we're gonna
tell you about our favorite TV series. Some maybe even some stuff that we're thinking about that's coming up soon.
Okay, yeah, that's one I haven't thought about yet, but I'll think of something.
Did you do a top 5? How'd you do your list? Because I didn't really.
I did a couple. I had to do my list a couple different ways because if you know me, if you know us, there's so many TV shows that we like.
Yeah,
so many. There's not a lot of shows that we love.
You're
per se.
Whovian now too.
There's a lot we like. Doctor Who is one of them. I love Doctor Who. I can put that.
By the way, we got a process.
That's right. Oh, what is this? We didn't even mention the beer. Holy crap! We're putting a hex in the whole damn thing. Okay, here, hold it up.
Brooklyn 1. Local 1. After the Firehouse local 1, I guess.
Oh, great.
They also had a local 2, but that one was like a hoppier thing, so I was like, okay, we'll try this one first.
Put up here so we can pour it easier.
Good. This is good podcasting. I like it.
Okay. We're setting it now. Oh, Prost. Here, Prost.
Prost. Let's do this. It's good stuff. All right, kind of light, yeah, but it's good. The Brooklyn local.
It's not that one we had last time. It was all spicy.
Well, it's also re-fermented ale. I don't know if that means in this bottle.
Okay, let's get into those. Let's get into our TV shows. Okay, this was really tough for me. And
I'd like to hear your top 5 because I think it might be. There's going to be a couple that are the same, but there's definitely going to be a couple different. And we did not confirm beforehand, by the way.
See, there's a lot of stuff I can put for top 5. I love Game of Thrones.
Let's see your favorite 5.
I'm going to list a couple of them off just real quick, just because I'm not going to go too much into them. But Game of Thrones, True Blood, Dexter. I love those shows on right now. I could watch most of them over and over. And True Blood, everyone's like, oh, well, you're a dude. I like True Blood. I like the way it plays out.
He also likes dudes, so it's okay.
Hey, that what's his face Skarsgård guy is beautiful. Alexander Skarsgård. He's like 6'9". He's the tallest guy I've ever seen. But I love Game of Thrones. Dexter is a great show. You need to start watching Dexter. It's a show you need to start watching. I think you'd love it.
Once we get
it's just so dirty and gritty and it's great.
Okay.
The acting is terrific.
Speaking of, that's a good segue for one of my shows.
Okay.
Deadwood, baby. If you haven't watched
seen that one yet.
Deadwood is great, by the way. There's a lot of swearing in it, so if you're, it's definitely a mature content. There's killing and some sex.
You can't watch it around 80. Is that what you're saying?
You can watch it when he's asleep. Can you watch Dexter around 80? Really?
No.
Okay, there you go. So it's one of those shows.
That's the one I watched.
It is definitely worth it, though. It stars Timothy Olyphant is technically the lead on the show, but Ian McShane really steals all the scenes he's in.
I've heard
I wish I could remember his character's name at the time. But
He's the main bad guy.
Yeah, he's basically the main bad guy. But he's very nuanced, and there's everyone's relationships are very intertwined, and there's no real like main character, which is nice too. It's like a very good ensemble type show, like Game of Thrones, where like even though Timothy Olyphant's top billed, and you're like, oh, he's a protagonist, definitely. He's not always in the spotlight, which is nice.
Okay.
Right now we're like right by the season finale of season 1. There's only I think 3 seasons of it in total.
Was one of those ones that got canceled too soon?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So far the first season is phenomenal. So I mean, it's totally worth checking out.
I actually put one show that got canceled too soon for me. That was the show Awake with Jason Isaac.
That was very good. That was a very good show.
And I
you can probably catch it on Netflix or Amazon Prime might have it too.
I hate when shows get canceled. Everybody tells me, "Oh, there's this good show, but it only was one season." I won't watch it for the most time because I don't want to get involved in it, and then like I got no payoff at the end. Like, hey, see the finale, you never see it, whatever the next season is. So
yeah. We actually watched a little bit of Awake, and then when we found out it was going to cancel, we kind of just stopped watching.
Yeah, see, I watched the whole thing.
We're guilty of that too.
And I was like, damn, I wanted to see what happened more. But that was my. I think in the last several years, the show that I actually watched got canceled. And I was like, I think it was Last Resort for you, maybe.
Oh, Last Resort was great. Yeah,
see,
I didn't put it on the list because
Awake was really the one that was the one I wanted to see more of. And I just never got.
See, I think
or Firefly maybe.
I think the Awake, besides being on NBC, is that NBC doesn't market correctly. Like if they would have the mystery of this, or like, oh, what's this? If they would have played it up like Lost did on their commercials and things, I think they would have got a lot more people interested.
I agree with you,
but that's neither here nor there. But I was thinking of some full series some like
I said, that's why I didn't say Firefly because it was another one that just got canceled.
By the way, Firefly is the best. It is the answer to this list. If you haven't watched, just one season, it is amazing. It's Joss Whedon. Nathan Fillion's star.
What would they have done with 3 seasons? That's what I always think.
Yeah, even 2 seasons, even with another season would have been great.
I kind of wish now more shows would be like almost like a mini series, like how they do it in Britain a lot of times, where it's just like it's going to be 3 seasons, or it's going to be 2 seasons, and then they can do a full story arc, and they don't have to worry about getting canceled type thing. Well, where some of these shows just get long in the tooth. Like I love How I Met Your Mother, but it's kind of long in the tooth, and you finally see the mother.
Hey, they're gonna meet the mother.
I don't even care anymore. Just whatever. Just get married. I don't know.
I mean, that's a fun show. I mean, it is.
I agree, but it's like it's got long in the tooth.
Definitely long in the tooth.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked the one comedy I really liked was 30 Rock, because 30 Rock, although it did have a rocky start, no pun intended. It wasn't. It's still a funny show, but they really hadn't found their feet yet. If you watch from if you get through season 1 and watch season 2, it just gets hilarious and better and better from there.
Great season.
It never gets dull after that. It just gets better and better. And in the last episode is one of the most perfect series finales ever. Yeah. It was perfect.
I agree.
And it's definitely, if you watch a comedy,
the live episode,
it's a little erudite. It's not like lowbrow. It's not like laugh track. You said fart. But there's a lot of it's really funny stuff, especially if you like a smarter comedy. He definitely had a perfect. I need a beard stroke. I feel like that's the only comedy I actually put on my list. I didn't even put How I Met Your Mother on there.
You know what I put on my list for comedies, and this was from back in the day. One of my first favorite shows, Married with Children.
Oh, see, that's a great.
Yeah, I went back to a classic.
You went.
I went back to classic. I was trying to think. I was like, what's the classic show? And I thought, Who's the Boss? I liked a lot. Alf, I liked a lot.
Angela.
But
hey, Willie.
Married with Children was really my first favorite show.
Your first boner from Christina Applegate, right?
Yeah, they actually had a picture of them all together now. And they're like, oh, would you like a Married with Children reunion? It's like, sure, I would watch that. David Faustino's still alive, so.
And Christina Applegate's still pretty good looking, even though.
You know what? Freaking Katie Seagal's still pretty good looking too.
She's on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
By the way, the guy that plays the lead in Sons of Anarchy, he's in Pacific Rim.
Well, then it's gonna be awesome.
He's like the main character. You ready for it?
Pacific Rim fact, guys. So yeah, I went there. I also went for like a cartoon type show. I was thinking,
we have a lot of different shows.
All cartoons. I was trying to mix it up. So you didn't, like I said, it was kind of vague. So it didn't know.
So you put the Snorks, cartoon the Snorks, people.
I put the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. That's probably my favorite cartoon show.
Oh, original. I thought you said interracial.
The original TMNT. I was thinking.
I'm a black Ninja Turtle.
I thought like Thundercats.
I'm a painted turtle.
The original Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
We are the Aqua Teen. Not when they changed the name.
Not when they changed Awkward whatever they were after that. I don't know.
Hey, banana.
Yeah, the original Aqua Teen Hunger Force. There's a couple that I can remember. I laughed like every episode.
I am those simple words like good, ball, grape.
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, though, is
Definitely,
feel
definitely.
good. The teenage,
That's one of those that holds up.
you know.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I mean, that was the
I
one
love
thing
that. That was
we
one
were
of my
super
favorite
spoiled.
things.
Like our mom and grandparents got to see it, like the turtle party wagon. We had all the turtles and like the surfing turtles, and
We bought a lot of our stuff back then too.
yeah,
Paper out
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
I think.
Definitely. Money we could have saved for things, but we did not.
One of you could have saved to help us later.
Kids don't do it.
Adults don't do that either. Okay, so favorite TV shows. My top two.
Okay, that works.
My favorite TV show of all time. Well, we'll go to the second favorite TV. My second favorite TV show of all time is Lost. I love Lost. I would watch it over and over. It's one of those things. I just loved it. Even when it got a little disenchanted in the end, I had to follow through. It was like if Firefly went 7 seasons, I would guess this would happen to it. You know, I loved the nuance in it, just the characters in it. The freaking Kate was beautiful.
I
liked
completely
her.
agree with you. The pilot episode was actually I actually owned the pilot episode on those little UMDs for the PSP.
Oh yeah.
It's better than most movies I've ever seen. The pilot episode is perfect. It's that, in my opinion, is perfect. As the 30 Rock is a perfect series finale. Lost has the perfect pilot episode.
Just when you start off with that, and then there's like anarchy all over when he wakes up.
He just wakes up,
awesome,
just planes exploding. He's running all over the
People
island.
screaming all
It is
over.
crazy,
Yeah.
and then the pilot's dead. You know, there's a pilot in trees, and there's the smoke monster revealing itself for the first time. It's like, oh, this is great.
It was also one of the better shows that used music well with what it was doing. Like
the aquamency, as they would call it. Just
Totally.
the sound, the sounds and not sounds.
Just
the
thinking of
sounds
shows
in
with
some
music
cases.
like that, I think of like Spartacus Legends. I don't know if, or not Spartacus Legends, Spartacus Blood and Sand.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like just the way they used the music. Game of Thrones is also like that. They just use the music so well in the thing. It's just like wow, that really
and
heightens
the
your
good thing about
senses.
Game of Thrones too is that you never know who's safe on that show. You know, they build a guy as like the perfect character.
Even if you read
and
the
then
books,
he's
you
dead.
don't know.
You know, it's just the best part about the show is the fact that the character you can't get attachments to the characters, but you do. So when the character that you like inevitably dies, you are very sad because you're like, oh, that was my guy.
Well, I
was backing that guy.
I think going a little further even that, it's not even that your character may die, it's that your character may falter and miss a step or turn the
You mean
opposite
like
direction.
Onion
Like, a
Knight?
lot of people, I love that Nick. He's my favorite kind of
I
show.
I think you said it last podcast.
Jamie Lannister though, like everybody who liked him as a bad guy, you know, and some people are not liking that he's turning this redemption, which is in the book too. He gets kind of it's almost like a redemption, like I've been dragged through the mud.
Man, he's got his hand cut off too, man. Jeez.
He gets dragged through the mud
Let the
too, and
man
he
be.
finds out that maybe being this gigantic asshole isn't everything life is meant to be type thing.
By the way, slight spoilers for Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Whatever. If you haven't watched it, you're a jerk. Get over there and watch it.
And read the book,
Download
too.
it on BitTorrent if you don't have HBO. But my favorite show is still 1967 BBC television show called The Prisoner.
I'm not a number. I'm a free man.
Patrick McGowan.
It is a great show.
A terrific show.
Good show. We watched the whole thing
I
together,
think
right?
so. I've watched it a few times. I
Yeah.
watched it for a class, actually. That's when I first was experienced to it. With a teacher. It was 3-hour Monday class. And what we did was we had to write a 1-page paper every week. And he'd give us like a couple articles, psychological articles. And we have to write a 1-page paper on how we thought that psychological principle we used against the protagonist, played by Patrick McGowan of the show, in that episode. And it was, first of all, the easiest class. Second of all, it was a 3-hour class, and we watched this thing for an hour, but some days we wouldn't have much to talk about, so we'd be gone in like an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes some days for the class. But even if we were there for 2.5 hours, the class was so interesting because the show was so interesting.
Yeah, it was not only a good show, it was also a smart show.
It was very smart.
And those are some of my favorite shows. Is when it's like it's not only this is good writing, but also like that makes a lot of sense what they just did there. You know?
Basically every week the main villain was the same guy who was a different guy every week.
It was number two.
Number two.
Yeah, number two.
Yeah, and he was
Who is number one?
He was a
You,
different
I'm
guy
number
almost
6.
every week. One day he came. It was the same number 2 came back from a different. Like,
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, I remember that.
And
Wasn't like John Rhys Davies or number 2
Oh,
or somebody?
no.
Or no, it was another guy that was like
there's a guy who had a Welsh accent.
Yeah, Welsh accent, yeah.
That was one of the things you talked about. He was like one of the few people that ever in cinema
true
that's had
Welsh
a true Welsh
accent,
accent. Yeah. But It was. I mean, the show was fantastic. If you ever get a chance to go back and watch one of those shows, I don't even know if it's on Netflix. I don't know. But it is a fantastic show.
Well, the thing is too is if you type in The Prisoner now, they might have the short-lived series
Prison
with
Break.
Tim Kazan. No, they made a remake of The Prisoner.
Oh, that's right, they did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was like Tim.
Yeah, this is the
Kazan or
original.
something.
This is the original, guys. Don't even look at that like
Yeah,
that.
it'd be like 1960s, but it is totally worth it, and it's totally a show that holds up after all these years.
Who am I? You are number 6.
Yeah, and that stupid bubble, the security bubble
I'm
thing.
not a number. That's Fluffy. I forgot what it's called. But then and the guy going orange alert.
Orange alert.
By the way, every time I do the orange alert at work, I go orange alert.
I would do that. Yeah, so The Prisoner definitely that's a great choice.
Yeah.
It's a great choice. So I kind of did like a top 5. Yes, and that'll be number 1. Thanks for giving that away. Maybe it won't be. I'll change it up.
I said quiet. They didn't hear it.
So number 5, Damages.
I forgot all this.
Damages is a great show.
I've
If
heard
you have
it's
not
good.
watched
I've never
it,
watched it.
it's very good. It's very good. There's a couple episodes that are a little convoluted, but the show itself is great. It stars Glenn Close, Rose Byrne, and a couple of the people, T. Donovan, things like that. And the ensemble is great. They're all just great performances. And it also has Ted Danson's on the show.
Well,
At least
there
in the first 2 seasons, he's like kind of bigger, but then in the 3rd season, he's like they kind of just shove him in. They're like, "Oh, here he is, Ted Danson's still around." You're like, "I don't need to see him now."
Hey, let's go talk to him.
Like his arc is done, but and so like even the first season though is perfect. It's a great TV show. Like they basically start with flash forwards, kind of thing where it's like it shows you like a scene that's like this is the end game of the season. Here's what's happening. But they show it in like little scenes.
That.
So
Like
it's a mystery.
Tarantino went back.
So it's like a mystery, and then they go back and they're like, "Oh, why did that person hit that person with a hammer or something?" That's not part of the plot. But then it goes through and tells you like how this led up to this point, and it's so it's a really good show and like that. My next one on the list is Lost. Lost is obviously we talked about that a little bit already. Great show. Unfortunately got a little long in the tooth, like in terms of using a little too much.
But I was alright.
Yeah,
With it.
and I think they could have got more convoluted actually, like done some more with the island, done some more with the hieroglyphs and the giant foot, the giant statue.
By the end,
foot.
though, they're just trying to finish it now at this point, because they're like, "Hey, you guys are canceled."
Yeah,
so finish it.
Yeah, and
I'm
so
like, okay.
I won't give away the ending, but the ending's kind of a cop out to me too. But the show itself, especially the first 2 seasons, are amazing. And there's little. Actually, my favorite one is in like season 5.
The Flash Forward or
The Constant.
Oh, The Constant. Okay,
it is an amazing show.
it's good. That's probably one of the best episodes of TV ever.
Definitely. So I mean, if you can watch 3 episodes, watch the pilot, which is 2 parts, and then watch The Constant. Although you won't get much of The Constant if you go that way.
It's completely different.
Lost,
people.
number 4.
Tailies.
Number 3, I have Battlestar Galactica.
I haven't got a chance to watch it. I've heard it's good.
Dude, you need to watch this. You and Jess watch it together. It is amazing.
I still gotta watch Farscape.
The only episode you don't need to watch of that is the last episode. That's why Battlestar isn't number 1, because the last episode, not really worth it. Like they didn't need it. They had a great build up, and they're like, oh, here's the ending, but we have one more episode. And you're like, I don't need one more episode.
I'm done.
Yeah,
this is the ending.
Yeah. You're like, this is my ending. You're like, no, you got one more. Watch it. And you're like, okay, let's watch
It's like
it.
the climax.
What is going on in this episode?
No cuddling. There's no cuddling.
Yeah. So that's my warning. The show itself is great. It's so good.
It's like the end of Return of the King, where there's like 19 endings.
And
like, okay.
you got who is it? The girl who plays Starbuck. I can't remember her name now. The actress plays Starbuck. Starbuck is gorgeous.
Oh, she's in Longmire.
Yeah,
Longmire's good.
Longmire's pretty good too. Yeah, Longmire. I watched a couple episodes of that. So yes, Battlestar Galactica. You don't know what's Capca. You don't know much the last episode, but the rest of it is great. Okay. Great ensemble cast. Got Edward James Olmos there.
Negative times negative equals positive.
Exactly. And and also Saul Tigh, who is an actor that you've seen in many things and heard in many other things. Shows and video games and things. Okay. So the next one is The Cape. No, I'm just kidding. The Cape's not on here. The Cape is the worst TV show ever.
Oh, no.
I'll break it up.
That can't be the worst
Fringe.
TV show.
Fringe.
This is the one I thought would have been your number 1.
Yes, and there is one other thing that is instead number 1. I have to remember what it is. Yeah, I know. Okay.
What?
I wrote it down.
You said it earlier.
No, Fringe is an amazing show, and obviously
love Fringe, yeah.
I'm a little partial because I'm like in love with Anna Torv, but but it's a great. You know, you got a great ensemble cast for that as well. Walter Bishop. I wish I would have wrote down who plays him. Denethor from the
I
Lord
wish
of the
you
Rings.
did not put me on the spot because I would remember all this stuff.
So, well, I would have if we weren't drinking so much. But yeah, that show is it's a great show. It's it's sci-fi.
Jackson,
The story takes these great turns and twists throughout the whole storyline, and
freaking Leonard Nimoy. I mean,
it would have been perfect if they hadn't been rushed to do things because they weren't being threatened of being canceled because.
Well, you know what? They still did the best they could with it. I mean,
Definitely.
Considering that they got rushed, they got stuck in a death slot for a little bit. You know.
Yeah, the Friday Night slot on Fox is what's known as the death slot. It's what Firefly was stuck in before it died, and a lot of other good shows they put there basically just to go away. And it's sad, but unfortunately true.
But I watched it, and you got to see the ending, so that's all that matters.
Okay, and my number one show because it is this is a perfect show. The Shield, people. The Shield also another perfect season finale. Like it just ends perfectly for me. It could not have ended any other way.
More.
Like if they would have ended any other way, like that's a cop.
No, you know what? That was the best ending. Like he doesn't get away. The things that happen.
Yeah, we won't give it away.
I won't give it away. That's why I didn't say it. But I will. I thought, wow, like the worst thing that could have happened to him. I was like, wow.
Yeah. And
it was a cop out. I like The Sopranos a lot, but the ending was a bunch of cop out bull, and that was perfect. It was like, oh my.
Yeah, so The Shield is my number one because that show is consistently great.
The
great
finale,
music. You got Walton Goggins.
The season 6 season finale, the one with Lem and that was wow. It was I almost cried.
And then Sheen, played by Walton Goggins. Walton Goggins is an amazing actor. If you can see him and stuff, he's in Justified currently, which is also another great show that you should be watching if you're not watching.
He was in Django Unchained as well.
Yes, he was also in Django. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he's so prolific now that people are asking him to be in things.
Plus, he's got the weirdest name,
Walton Goggins. But he's such a nice guy. It's funny because he did an episode of Nerdist, and he was the nicest guy.
I'll have to watch that.
He was, he talked about he went on vacation by himself. He likes to go on vacation by himself. He has a family. He's like, sometimes I just go on vacation for like 3 weeks with myself. Like, okay, weird. But yeah. So The Shield is definitely my number one pick for show. And another honorable mention, obviously Justified. Justified's up there is a great show. Another Timothy Olyphant show. That's actually how we got into Deadwood is because Jamie was like, "Oh, Timothy Olyphant's in that." And
I have one honorable mention too, actually.
Let's hear it.
I wrote it on here. Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior.
I wanted to go with something totally different than just like the regular TV show. I mean, I don't know if it's considered a reality show or a sports show, but I love Japanese and American Ninja Warrior.
There's a new one coming out.
I already watched the first 2 weeks of it.
Is it
it's
on
already
Netflix?
out. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is on Hulu. But I mean, if you like contests and you like watching people have some kind of skill, I mean,
and this is real contest. It's not like a fake thing.
Create like this new stuff. I've never even seen in any Ninja Warriors. They've made these new obstacles. There's one where you have to basically do like a spider walk. With you know that thing where you have to hold on, it comes down a couple things. They have to do the spider thing, hold on while you're going down that thing.
Spider walk.
It is the sickest thing I've ever. I'm like, who would do this to someone?
See, the best thing about a Ninja Warrior, if you haven't seen it yet, is it's not set up. It's not like American Gladiators where it's like, oh, this guy's obviously going to win this kind of thing because like they put the really big gladiator against the nerd guy. This is like true test of skill. Like guys, this is live. You're watching these guys run it live. It's not edited for the most part.
And even like the most awesome athlete can have a bad day.
And completely lose. And like sometimes the show will end with the series will end. That series will end with no one winning.
Actually, most of the time.
That's the best.
Most of the time.
Like when someone tries it and you just watch this hero, like he's almost at the top of this mountain.
So
and
it's either 2 or 3 guys that have ever beaten the male Ninja Warrior course. I think there's 4 or 5 or 6 girls that have
Shinji Yamamoto
in the girl course. Nope, Shinji Yamamoto didn't beat it. Makoto Nagano did.
Yeah. So we're saying some Japanese, and you're not getting
Makoto Nagano. He's a fisherman. That's what his actual trade was. Yeah. He's a fisherman.
Yeah, the best part about the Japanese one is that all the guys
there's a gas station. Shinjo Yamamoto is a gas station.
They're literally just schlubs, and they train
sometimes
this
they wear
all
their outfits like like the gas station attendant guy always wears this gas station attendant.
Well, and that's the best part of the Japanese one too is it's also part spectacle. So like people run it in costume.
Well, they do it in the American one sometimes too.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know
there's
that.
dude who just wore like neon spandex spankies and ran.
That's how you should do it. Yeah,
there's this one dude that wears a mask. He's actually really good. I think he got to second or third round last year. He wears like this cool like kabuki, Jabberwocky mask.
Yeah, so it's like 3-part skill, 1 part spectacle.
Yeah.
You got the announcers just ramping it up for you. It's a great show. I agree with you totally. Ninja Warrior and American Ninja Warrior are both done really
It's
well.
a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I even liked when they did the reality show for American Ninja Warrior a couple years ago, where they like had him train for stuff and then try out for it.
I heard about that, but I never
But
saw
now
it.
a lot of these guys do it in their like. This one dude, he works in some kind of factory. I guess he owns it or something. It's like a canning factory, and he just built like all the stuff in the course. So on his break from running the factory, he just does all the stuff like the hour. Like he does the salmon ladder and spider walk and stuff. Just
Why not?
on his break. Yeah, but that was another honorable mention.
What's is there any series that you can think of that you haven't seen that you really want to see?
That's tough to say. You know,
I think one big one on you. Oh, I forgot to mention House of Cards.
Yeah, that's a good show.
That's just starting, so it's not really a series yet, but it is a season, and it is great. It's a Netflix only series.
I like House of Lies too, with Don Cheadle. But actually, that's one show I'd like to see that I haven't seen is House of Cards. I haven't seen any of that.
House of Cards is amazing.
There's a lot
Kevin
of
Spacey. He's your boy, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Kevin Spacey.
Well, there's a lot of new stuff coming up too. Is there a show that you're really looking forward
Almost
to?
Human. Come on.
I definitely. I'd agree. That's one.
It's a robot dude and bones. You know, come on. Carl Urban.
It's Earmer.
Exactly. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, Carl Urban. He's amazing.
There's a couple of shows that are definitely worth.
He's even great in Doom.
Now.
Actually, Doom is a very underrated movie. Though.
Was he in Doom?
Yeah, he was the main character in Doom.
I thought that was The Rock.
No, The Rock is the other guy. He's a sergeant. He plays sergeant when he turns
right.
into.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't. even
Doom,
know
by the
that.
way, guys, if you like video game movies, it's the best.
Not even close. Not until they get that Uncharted movie out. Come on, Uncharted.
The Rock was good in that too, by the way. Both The Rock and Carl Urban were great in that movie.
He's gonna be in Hercules. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes, and he's excited too.
But TV shows otherwise, I definitely want to see the Blacklist, which is the one with
That looks good.
Kevin-
I'm reticent to see if NBC is going to mess it up.
Kevin Spader. I can't.
David
remember
Spader.
No, that's David Spade.
David Spader.
Why do I say to kill me? Spader.
James Spader.
James Spader. That's right.
Yeah, I got it. That's right, Jess. Your new husband.
She's not watching. Don't worry.
Jimmy says she watches. She just listens sometimes.
If you just press the view button to get more views, come on. I should have said that at the beginning. Just press the view button if you're not going to watch us. And press the like button.
Then hit back after that. Yeah, go ahead.
Just cancel right out of it after that.
Now, 6 Feet Under is the show I was thinking of.
Oh,
Supposedly,
okay.
it's one of the best shows on television. I've never
I've
seen
heard
it.
this too,
It's an HBO show, obviously, which is why it's harder to see HBO. I'm looking at you.
Well,
Make your shows easier to see.
Okay, here's one then. HBO Boardwalk Empire. That's a show I'd love
Oh
to
yeah,
watch.
yeah. I heard that's a good one.
Steve
And
Buscemi.
Veep, I haven't seen yet either.
I've seen a couple of them. It's actually worth it. It's worth a
Supposedly,
watch.
it gets really good. Yeah.
You know what? Julie Louis-Dreyfus. First of all, she gets better with age. Second of all, she does a really good job on the show. It's a very funny, witty show. Especially for
It's like in the vein of The Office, where it's like just
yeah, it's like Office mixed with The West Wing. I'd say.
That's what I heard actually, but
Yeah.
less Aaron Sorkin-y.
You can watch Studio 60. Oh wait.
If you want to watch one, like
The Newsroom. The Newsroom's his
I heard that was good too.
It's
Yeah,
a good show. I like that one.
I only saw the part of the first episode though. I actually have the whole season illegally. But I haven't watched it yet. That's a discount value. Like when you buy something or when you rent it. Like we got Deadwood out from our local library.
That's okay.
Because we have a
It's
local
legal.
library. But yeah, it's due back next Wednesday, so we got to watch it before it's up.
Well, this has been a pretty good episode. I don't want to get too long in the tooth for our episodes, so it'll cancel us.
So remember though, guys, tinyurl.com/school, the number 4, ants, and you can check out our St. Jude Children's Research Hospital charity event. We're
we
doing
need some
like
big money
Ant Goals.
donors. We need some donors. We've got $320 right now, and thank you to everyone who's donated. I know there's some people out there that can even spare $5, $10.
I'm cooking up
You use
possibly
it.
another goal, but it may
really?
not happen yet. I'll tell you off
Let me-
camera
let me know
because I
off
know it's
camera,
happening. But,
Another goal. There's some good goals in there. There's already people have gotten some T-shirts. There's people that are going to get their own podcast coming up.
Own podcast.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
pretty
We're
cool.
doing a personalized podcast just for them, and it's going to be feature length. It's not, we're not skipping out.
And it's whatever you want to talk. You want to talk about raisins and tires. We're going to talk about
we will be
our
bronies.
favorite raisins.
We'll be bronies for an entire episode if you want.
I wear a unicorn
You just have
horn.
to donate the amount of money, and we'll do it. Okay? We're not even kidding. We're not kidding.
Whatever you want to do. Okay?
Okay? So do it. Get the Kickstarter. If you can't, if you already donated, if you can't if you can't donate for whatever reason, just share the link on your wall.
It really
It's all
helps
good.
us out.
It
The
helps
more
us out.
exposure, the better.
I'll hopefully have it on the episode somewhere. I know the last episode at all. So.
And one other note: next week, next Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we will be playing. We're gonna have a gig.
Yes, School for Ants, our band. That's us and our friend Jimmy, and not Nick, unfortunately, but that'd be nice of that. Are going to be at Shopping Town Mall from 6 to 8 p.m. Is this confirmed that we're in the food court?
It is confirmed we are in the food court.
Because there's nothing in the food court except for like one place, so there'll be plenty of room for you guys to sit.
There's lots of food for you to eat there, so just go.
Food, and then maybe we'll get some beers afterwards with you guys.
Hey, if enough people show up, I'll go out and get some beers with you.
Yeah. So I mean, and my wife's in the back. You can see her right back there. Hi, baby.
I brought home some wood.
She brought home some wood.
So did he.
Wink. So anyway, I think that's it.
That's it. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by.
Next time, bye. Bing Bang Food.
Bing Bang Boom.